8, 9 years ago when we sang together in the Oregon Bach Festival. Dr. Carey actually knows Clara very well. And then I have the wonderful pleasure of seeing both Erica and Clara perform as part of the Sparks and Wiry Prize Song Slam, of which Erica is a co-founder of that organization. So I've seen them live in action and just been an admirer of both of their works for a long time. And I can't wait for them to work with you this morning. And then tomorrow evening, we are all in for an incredible treat with their recital tomorrow evening at 7:30 here. So without further ado, I will welcome our first duo to the stage, please.
Like, you have a very generous audience right now because they know you're under duress. And like, we can actually stop in between things and chat. So like, they're being super generous, so like, feel free to just play. If something goes horribly wrong, or if I say something that you're like, what? You are in total, everyone can ask questions at any time. This is a two-way street. So the one thing I do though with every single person when I do a masterclass is I ask them immediately, what's one thing you've been working on in this piece that went really well today? That you're like, I think I got it. Or like that you see progress.
Well, definitely, I'm always working on my upper range. It has been going well. Like,
yeah,
surprisingly.
clearly. Yeah, clearly. What's trickiest about it? Is it just
I
does
feel
it
like
have a ceiling or?
Well, for one, I know I sang at high G like pretty quietly.
Yeah.
And that's new. I don't know. This song has been like great for that.
It's absolutely stunning.
I don't know what happened, but it was something magical. It was
Yep.
a conference.
Yep. Great. Yeah, she knows.
But I mean, normally it would be like my range between like C5 and E,
Sure.
or F5 is usually it's usually gets pretty grabby and
Sure.
like goes back and
Yeah,
so that's one thing.
Yeah, like I totally understand where you're coming from, because like sometimes good singing means it feels like you're driving 80 miles an hour without a seatbelt.
Yeah.
Right? It's just like, but like, scary, and I don't recommend ever doing that. Like, this is true disclaimer. But the last thing we want to do is to be thinking about the turns behind us, or like the people that we just passed, right? Or like anything. So what you're doing is great, and I think what you really want to do is find a sense of grounding, which I think you're well on your way. But it's hard to find that grounding when it's very soft, super legato, and also difficult to find sometimes when we're singing in our native language. So there's just a few things what I thought was so amazing in you. It was so clear that all these expressive markings were very obvious, that you memorized these and really internalized these, which is rare. I mean, like, even in some of my professional experiences, like, I've had conductors say, you realize that the composer wrote the expressive markings too, and Copeland specifically, like, I think really got Emily Dickinson. I mean, it's amazing. So what I want to encourage you is keep going in this expressive way, and I think this is a Warren Jones thing that I've heard a million times, is that technique is a means to expression. And you are so clearly marrying the two, which is awesome. I want to encourage just a couple things then technically.
Yes.
And it's really hard to do technique things in a masterclass, but you're totally there, and I think this is just going to open up a little bit more dynamic range. Okay. Not necessarily dynamics as far as this, but like what you can do dynamically with your voice. Okay?
Yeah.
So can we just start? Let's just do the end. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's really great. But let's start like the second half of the piece at How Fair Her Conversation, a summer afternoon. Okay, and let's see what happens. I mean, it's incredible. It was very pastoral-like. The holding back was clear in every single thing, and it just felt organic and natural. So I want to commend you on that, and let's go even further and see what supernatural we can get to. Okay, so wherever you want to start. The beginning, and then we'll get to the end, which is another trick. Faster text doesn't mean that we're going to undo some of the energy sending that we're sending through. So like legato, soft singing, we know that we're like that duck swimming underwater, right? Like that, like this is harder than it seems, right? Yeah. So I want to encourage you. How fair her conversation, a summer. I'm hearing not vibrato on every single note.
Okay.
And I want, if we have to lengthen the amount of notes, or the duration of notes, that would be awesome, but I don't think we have to. I think you just have to think, I need to energize every single note.
Okay.
It is, every single note deserves your purpose and intention though sometimes we're going to choose not to use it, we still have to be able to do it.
Okay.
Okay? So I want, like you're thinking literally every note has this intense vibrato to it.
Okay.
It will not translate out here because it's short notes, but we need that intensity.
Okay.
That's so beautiful. So the H has to come a little earlier, and that ow diphthong starts immediately. Just try that. Yeah, it's also mezzo piano, so now do that intensity with a little less dynamic. I mean, it just sets you up for this whole rest of the page, and then every little note. Like, we want to make sure that you're comfortable on stage. The audience, we have to like make them feel the most comfortable they've always felt. Okay? No matter what. They're here to sit and listen, but they're also here to engage. And they want to engage when they hear something very comfortable. And like with you having no change in energy and anything on any of these melodic lines, they're gonna feel like you're in total control.
Okay.
By being less in control. It's crazy, right? But how fair conversation. That doesn't sound like a lot of vibrato, does it?
No.
That was totally
Feels
leading.
like the perfect amount.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, and it's a matter of that energy is always there. Always there.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
If you're a little too loud, you're a little too loud. Nobody cares. Can we just start right there and then can you just pick up right there? Thank you. You're the best. Thank you, Nikki. Yes, it's like leaving the Porsche parked in the garage. Like, choose the Porsche, take it out for a spin. Okay? Just start. Does it feel weird? Does it feel to add vibrato on every note? Like, are you actually?
I kind of feel like I'm trying to be too fancy.
Love it.
You know,
Love it. I love it. But like, Bonnie, right? Bonnie, you are still Bonnie.
Yeah.
And Emily is still Emily, and Copeland is still Copeland, right? Yeah. And that's the thing. I love that. It is a fancy. It's an elevated technique. But what it does is your breath mileage is gonna go a lot further.
Okay.
And we're gonna get to that spot. So, and then I will prove that point with breathing.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Conversation. Every note. Yes. No, so if this is the whole reason why we do this. We don't want to get in the way of our breathing, we don't want to get in the way of our technical. Vibrato is just an after product of everything working. Okay? It's your vowel being in the right spot, your breath being in the right spot, and you are not constricting anything. So, what this is going to allow you to do, it's going to allow you to take this in one breath. Her voice among the isles incites the timid prayer. That's the goal. And then that's what I'm proving. It's like breath mileage and gas mileage, right? You don't sit on your brake. But when you take out vibrato and you don't let the fancy come through, that's what it's kind of creating for the rest of the piece, okay? And I knew you could do it because this last Will's silence everywhere, you have vibrato on every single note. It was seamless, it was gorgeous. We never had to worry about any sense of, oh, is she... No, like you cradled us with this amazing technical expression. Mm-hmm. So like it's totally possible. And just because these are tiny little notes and that's a modifier and that's a conjunction, they deserve that same type of care and technique in your voice. It's because you can do it. It's incredible. It's really amazing. Okay, so and when the sun goes down, and then we're gonna do this in one breath. And I will hold this so you can read it if you want.
It's okay.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Okay. Yep, exactly.
I'm just gonna go for it.
And yeah, that's what it is. Throw some vibrato in there and throw it up to God.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Okay, what?
And when the sun goes down.
And when the
Good.
sun.
Vibrato on.
And when the sun goes down, a voice among the isles incites a timid prayer of the minute.
softer dynamic,
Okay.
but vibrato on every single. Did that feel better to not have to take that breath?
Yes.
I mean, it's weird. It's
Yes.
different. Different is gonna feel kind of uncomfortable for a while, but uncomfortable is where we grow, right?
Yeah.
And where we move things. So that to me, that's what Emily said. Her voice among the aisles incites the timid prayer, right? And Copeland knew that. He didn't give you any rest.
Right.
But that also, like, there was some sort of forward momentum into the whole thing. And the audience follows through. Every time we take a breath, so this is probably something that's going to come up a couple times, but Libby Larson once told me, we hear music in the past, and we only are translating music in the past. It's already happened. So in the past, you're hearing pitch, you're hearing rhythm, you're hearing text, and you're trying to, like, make this happen in real time. So any distraction, like a breath, where it doesn't need to be a breath, because that was one of the most beautiful phrases I've ever heard you sing in your life. That was gorgeous. I know, short relationship, but it was incredible. But any type of distraction takes us out of that frame of mind that the audience is like, oh yeah, what just happened? So you just gave them a huge gift by letting them do it in their own time. Okay, that's awesome. Let's go on, and I know I'm running out of time because, yep. So, but this is in such beautiful shape and so expressive already. I want you to constantly just thinking, use your vibrato to keep it together, keep it legato.
When all the children sleep, she turns as long away as will suffice.
That was incredible.
Gotta breathe in a good spot.
That was perfect. That was perfect. And like, yeah, you really made it clear and obvious, and it was great. Are there any specific words that you know you had to really? Oh, I'm not doing vibrato here. I think it was when and when the first time we went through, but like, that was markedly just incredibly beautiful. Okay, so that's your instrument. That is Bonnie singing. That's not Bonnie being not fancy. That is Bonnie. And that is absolutely gorgeous. Can we just finish? Then bending from the sky, and be aware of those words or parts of your range, either or as a mezzo. Mezzo? Yeah, I totally understand your plight. I get it. Like, there are parts of your range where I'm like, I don't want to do vibrato there. But that really teaches our technique so that we can have that seamlessness that we mezzos are known for. Okay? So, then bending from the sky, try to figure out where you want to not do vibrato. And this will be very telling.
Okay.
Even though it's so short, we still have time and ability. Yeah. Finish it up. That's fine. Yeah, that's gonna happen when you're thinking. Great. One last thing I'm gonna leave you with, so you have another tool, is even in consonants, you have to be thinking, I'm gonna vibrate this consonant. With sigh, so that the vibrato starts on the S. Okay?
Okay.
Sorry to make you do it right on there.
That's okay.
You're brave. But also in the W of with. Good. Also in the diphthong, sorry. I'm picky. With sigh. either brain or body differently?
Yes, brain. Like
Yeah.
you're always thinking, just do it, just keep doing it.
Just keep doing it. I know,
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
incessant. It's probably gonna drive you crazy. And like there are times where of course I take it out, but I have to be able to, my default has to be that.
Mm-hmm.
And I really encourage that to find legato at all.
Okay.
Like, and it's hard to do in a language that we speak all the time without any legato, you know? So
Right.
so like, but this is where your path takes you. Like you really apply legato even in things by your brain, not just your body and technique. It's amazing, Bonnie. That was so beautiful. Thank you so much. Yes. Whoever's next, they're coming on up. But Eric and I are so glad to be here. You can come on up while I'm talking. I'm just flapping my jaws. But we're so thrilled to be here. Eric and I are both huge art song nerds. We live and breathe music, but mostly we care about the text just as much as the music. So if you have any questions at all at any point, please just raise your hand and we'll answer whatever you need. So within reason, I guess. I shouldn't have that. So go ahead and announce who are you?
I'm failing.
Bailey, nice to meet you, and Jonah, nice to meet you guys. Go ahead and announce what you're doing and we'll get started.
I will be singing Gretchen am Spinrada by Schubert. Meine Ruhe ist still, mein Herz ist schwer. Ich will das in nimmer und nimmer mehr. Wo ich innig hab, ist mir das Grab. Die ganze Welt ist mir vergönnt. Mein armer Kopf ist mir verrecht. Mein armer Sinn ist mir zerstört. Meine Ruhe ist still, mein Herz ist schwer. Ich will das in nimmer und nimmer mehr. Nach schau ich zum Fenster hinaus, nach geh ich aus dem Haus. Sein Hergang, sein edle Gestalt, seines tuende Lachen, seinen Augen Gewalt und seine Rede, Fluss, seine Hände trägt und ach, seine Küss. Meine Ruhe ist still, mein Herz ist schwer. Ich will das in nimmer und nimmer mehr. Mein Bosen drängt sich nach dir. Ach, darf ich fassen und halten ihn und küssen ihn, so ich ward und seinen Küssen vergehen sollt. Okay. ist still, mein Herz ist schwer.
Schubert! You know how little it is we hear Schubert anymore at times, and it's killing me because there's over 600 songs. So it's one of my favorites. What's one thing you've been working on that went really well?
I've been trying to find better connection in my mid-range, and so
Yeah, you're nailing it. Yeah, this is a great song to do that on. It's a really great song to do it on. Similarly, I think some of that connection can happen. I heard a lot of I love what you're trying to do with the word ist. Mein Herz ist schwer, right? I want to encourage you, even though it's a very short German vowel, ist, you're doing that awesome. ST is coming through. Make sure it's not accented.
oh, okay.
Can you just do that one? And then I'm going to ask you what one thing that you did really well.
Let's see.
There's a lot, you guys. See? Would you just stop and think about it for once? This is why we do that.
I think I did some of the like sort of changes in texture really well. Like for example here,
Yeah,
it's a different texture.
it's a little complicated. It's just, Schubert's gigantic opus of like, this is how you make a song environment because it's a whole spinning wheel the whole time and it changed the course of songwriting forever. So it's amazing. It's really good. And honestly, as much of a Schubert nerd I am, and I love Schubert, the person who probably knows most about Schubert in this room is sitting right there, Erica. So I'm gonna let her do some work with you guys because she's who I go to for German leader help. So if we have her in the room, I want to talk to her. So, but I want you to do this first. Meine Ruhe ist hin, mein Herz ist schwer. Okay, yeah, schwer. And can you just let's clear up a common American thing. H-E-R-Z and subsequent words like Herz and Schmerz, things we say a lot in German leader. People say it's how do you IPA that? How would you IPA that?
Oh gosh.
It's okay. It's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
A lot of times we're told a capital E, right?
Yeah.
The Germans, if you listen to any German, they say Herz.
Herz.
Am I right?
Open E, right?
Yeah, open E. Yeah, open E. But it sounds like
Like an oh, I see.
So
Well, that's the singing space, right?
that's the singing space, exactly. So if we IPA it, yeah, of course, get your A+ on your paper and do an open A. But lean a little bit more towards A. It's almost like a French, like nasal A,
Okay.
right? Also the same thing. It just helps the mechanism. So let's just see what happens. I just want to hear you do a phrase because I can see you are so smart. Both of you are very smart. But I want to think about more what the phrase is doing grammatically.
Okay.
And it's not accenting ist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just see what that means and then
Orange.
Yep, exactly. Yep, good.
From the beginning.
Yeah, please.
Meine Ruhe ist still, mein Herz ist schwer.
That's good. Yeah, right.
Sorry.
Then I'm gonna go on it, and then I'm gonna hire, but because then you can copy paste. Mein Herz ist schwer. You can be a little late. Just catch up for it later, because you're gonna scare the pianist if you're already late on the second or third measure. But you do need to steal a little bit of time from ist schwer, and you steal time without accenting it. One more time. Okay? That was beautiful. Think slightly ahead.
Meine Ruhe ist still, mein Herz ist schwer.
Better, much better. And last thing I'm gonna do, take a breath much before you need to come in.
Okay.
That's you thinking ahead. Breathe ahead, then you put a consonant ahead, and then the vowels right with him.
Meine
That was a quick catch breath. I know, but meine Ruhe. So it's
I did it through my nose though. I don't know why I chose.
that's
to
okay.
do
It's
that.
still, you can do it. You can do it through your nose. You can. Yeah, it's great. It's almost like, oh, I'm smelling the spring flowers that are causing my crazy insane allergies right now. So yeah, same thing. One more time, sorry. Breathe early, breathing now, breathing heavy lift.
Meine Ruhe ist still, si
Great,
schwer.
great, great. And that is going to be what you need to do in front of a mirror. And you, do you play with her often?
Yes.
You need to tell her to breathe while you're breathing and while you're supporting her. Because like if she waits until the last minute to say a word and it's not, there's no breathing in it, and this is what Erica's amazing at. Like I can feel her breathing at the keys and telling me when to breathe, and so I just do it insanely naturally. And she, what else do you want to do? Because the thing about collaborative pianists, they can tell us exactly what we're doing wrong when we are in our head way too much. And it's not even like what we're doing wrong, but what we can do more to help them and vice versa, right?
Yeah.
Like it's a very delicate balance, and I don't know how she does it. Like so, I'm gonna let her.
Witchcraft.
Exactly. So please let us in on your witchcraft.
It's just rhythm, actually. It's not witchcraft.
See, singers don't even know.
How long have you guys been working together?
On this piece specifically, or like just together?
Together. Yeah.
Like
Year and a half.
yeah, year and a half.
Awesome. And how many Schubert songs have you done?
No, uno.
This is the first one.
Yay!
Yes! You picked a really easy. No. No. And Clara said before that this changed the trajectory of songwriting. It's so true. Why? Why? Do you know why? Do you have a sense of why?
Well, I think it really, in my own, I don't know, I haven't done like the major research on it, but in my own thought process, uneducated guess, is that it's such a great example of what really leader is. It's like you have this character, you have this relationship between the piano and the voice.
That's it. That's it. It's the relationship between the piano and the voice changed with this song, right? It changed because suddenly the piano is participating in this coloristic way, this rhythmic way, to reveal the thoughts behind the words, right? The feelings behind the words. And so it's a real partnership. And you guys have a great partnership. I hear that. I hear really good listening going on between you. How did you arrive at your tempo?
I'm not sure what you mean, I'm sorry.
Why this speed?
We've done it faster, we've done it slower.
Yeah.
This feels like it fits, but
Yeah. Tell me about, so you said you started faster, and what was the reason to start going slower?
I felt like I had like the ability to really connect with my breath at this tempo, and I felt like with Jonah's support, it became more sinister, I think.
Ooh, I like that. Sinister's fun. Okay, good. Thank you for, I just wanted to understand the process before I say anything about how that felt for me as a listener. I love that it helped you feel grounded. We want to protect that and keep that, and that's what you definitely won, as I understand it, from taking the tempo down. How often is there an important word per measure?
A lot of them. I would say per measure. Like there's one.
At most, right?
Yeah.
At most. The way that this is set rhythmically, the text, it gives you one word per measure at most. So that tells us, we know that a sentence is made up of at least, let's say, 5 to 7 words that are important, and we're going to want to get to them in a kind of shape in order to transmit as close as we can the kind of spoken rhythm of the poetry to the audience. Singing distorts that by stretching it out over time, and we're always playing this game together, pianist and singer, at how to pace that out so that we protect the natural arc of the language while also protecting the shape of the music that's underneath it, that's holding it up. And for me, I was very aware as a listener of every syllable along the way. I think that's that connecting work that you're doing right now. And my question is, can you trust that work and know that it's going to still be there for you if we make slightly longer gestures through the phrase?
Okay.
And the partnership part of that is, where is the important beat in the piano? I want to start by saying that you're making beautiful colors. You're making really beautiful colors, and I really hear them, especially in the right hand. I think you're really attuned to the major, minor, different harmonies that are coming out through this twisting pattern, right? The actual spinning of the wheel. But when we see a wheel spin, can we see the spindles? we see those folks? When
No.
when it's no, we can't. We can't see them because they're going too fast, right? So what you have in the right hand is not a melody. Oh no! What are we gonna do? The melody's not in our right hand. Do we have a melody?
Not much more.
I know! We don't get the melody. We so rarely get the melody. We get everything else though.
Yeah.
Right? And I think what's really important here are these bass notes,
Mhm.
right? This is the momentum of the wheel, of that. It initiates the motion of the wheel. It affirms the pacing of it so that we know we get a nice equal. I don't do anything with wheels, so I don't actually know about it. I've watched it at the Sheep and Wool Festival in Rhinebeck, New York. I've seen them pros do it, and they have to watch their pacing,
Yep.
right? This pedal thing is important. So here's my challenge to you. Could we just do left hand and voice and find where the momentum is without this spinning business for just a second? And I've already run out of
Oh, it's, no, but it's amazing.
I've
We're
already
learning.
run out of time.
I'm
So-
learning so much, so please keep going.
Yeah.
Meine Ruhe ist still, mein Herz ist schwer. Ich will, dass ich nimmer und nimmer mehr.
Right, right. How's that tempo feel?
It's good. It feels kind of waltzy. I don't know.
I like that. Anytime it moves towards a dance rhythm, we are winning, right? We need to move the line. Okay, put the right hand back in, start again, and don't lead with your right hand.
Okay.
Let the right hand follow the left hand energy. And I think that is what Claire is talking about. I mean, this has been a process for me over decades now, is to always look for more courage to lead, right? To lead the way. Because I know voices are so powerful and we're in awe of what singers do. We are in absolute awe, and we kind of approach it like, may I, how can I help, right? Which is a great place to come from. But if we don't make confident offers of, let's try this, then our partners can sometimes inadvertently feel a little bit cautious like we feel,
Okay.
right? So how we present that rhythm is going to give them confidence, okay? So leading from the left, right hand in the background.
Meine Ruhe ist still, mein Herz ist schwer. Ich will, dass ich nimmer und nimmer mehr. Wo ich hin ich kann, ist mir das Grab, die ganze Welt ist mir vergällt. Mein armer Kopf ist mir.
Sounds really beautiful and connected. Can I just sit down for 1 second? I'm going massively over time. So with this non-melodic, but if we take it down, see how it's like inside the resonance of
Yep.
the left hand? Sorry, it's like inside the resonance of the left hand. And we can So one really clever man said to me once, in the introduction, offer 3 tempos. And then our singers know they can sing any speed they want. I do this all the time. It's really freeing also for me because I think we can get trapped by regularity. So these are ideas to play with. I know we have to move on. Can I say something about your Zauber? It was magical. Thank you. I've never heard it that beautifully before. That was extraordinary. It's like you could see it and feel what that is, that magical thing, and it transmitted in your voice, in the color of the way. Because I think our job is to somehow embody our imagination, right? In our sound. And we did that.
That's a really lovely way of putting it. Into that we embody our imagination. That's really cool.
Yeah. That's it.
It's amazing. Good job, Joan. So one of my, go ahead and get ready on stage, but one of my, I currently have a place in Minnesota, and one of our senators back in 2000 said, we all do better when we all do better. And that is like totally collaborative art right there. And it's amazing. You surround yourself with people who want to do Schubert, and it works so great. But it's really what's capable and what's possible when you have these relationships where you can just trust that we're all just in it to do better. So it's really great. I am so excited for this.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'll do my best. Okay. Okay.
Do you want to do the whole thing? This is But Who May Abide, right?
Yes.
Would you like to do the whole thing?
Yes.
Okay, great. Hit it.
Okay.
But who may abide
something.
I've been trying to maintain the pitches. I think I did fairly well with that.
Fairly well. There's a couple. The one I put in here, and I'll give this music back. But these are the spots where I'm like, I mean, it's tricky for me. It's one of those things where it's like, let's get through this. When I do this, I totally get it. But what's something that you did really well? I'm gonna harp on it until like you choose something to be really proud about.
My expression?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, and you did most of the time we see this being done with a score, right? So there is a barrier. We didn't have a barrier, but like even if there was a score here, there was so much expression in this, okay? And I think the craziest and the best part about this was the end, because I don't know if you were warmed up or if you felt more comfortable or if that's what you practiced the most, but go backwards now. Like take that energy and expression and like the emotion of, oh my God, this is almost over. Maybe that's what you're thinking. No, but go backwards with that, because I think there's so much incredible like energy that you're putting into this the B2 section that I think the A2 section will gain, and then I think the B1 section will, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And it's like it's hard to get amped up to do some of this, because I usually say, oh please God, is the bass doing this aria? That's usually what goes through my head. But like it's fine. And a conductor once told me, and every conductor is different. We'll say that statement very strongly. Every conductor is different. But one conductor gave me the permission and said, you know what? There is no way he wanted this to be beautiful in those sections, in those fire sections. So like having any sort of like edge to the sound. This is really more opera than art song. I mean, we can take from both, and it's great to take from both. But this is opera. We are going to the audience. We're not asking them to come to us. We are going to them and saying that this is actual fire. Okay? So with that in mind, can we do this? So would it be the A2 section? And I want that energy from that B2 section back into it, so that we're gonna actually connect some of these phrases. We don't need all these breaths. I know we don't. Like, and it so just, I mean, bear with me a little bit. But like, and I think we can take the tempo a little bit. I mean, the conductor usually will say, what's a good tempo? And if you're feeling generous, you can say as you wish, but then show them exactly what your tempo will be as soon as you start singing, okay? So like, you just make them think that, okay? So can we just start at the 90, so pick up into 95, and like, you've already done and you have all that time to just say, okay, body relax, release, because we're back to this beautiful, beautiful tempo, right? And what I heard a couple times right here, this note especially, I'm not going to tell them which one it is. I want this to go outward. When you sang this, it went inward. Okay? And I want this to go to them. Does that make any sense? Do you know? Yeah. Just think of something you can do to make sure that it's going towards them. Okay? So let's see what happens when we try and do this in one phrase. So we might just a tish. Some conductors really love this to dance. But some conductors will try and murder you.
Okay.
So you have to be able to do it all. But let's try this one. For the sake of connecting this phrase and going out to them and this little spot. Okay? Okay. So maybe whenever you want to start. But I'm just going to give you those two little tiny little notes. Okay. Similar to the very first one with Bonnie, that this had no vibrato. Can you have vibrato there?
Sure.
Yeah. So we're not stepping on a brake.
Yeah.
On the interstate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bad idea, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's try it. And you're gonna breathe. You're gonna take a full breath in, and then she's gonna start to play.
Okay.
Allow the air to fall in. One more trick. This is what I have to do. This is what I did this morning. me abide. There should be no hot air hitting my hand.
Okay.
Try it. Okay?
Like do this?
Yeah, do this and
Okay.
see how much hot air is hitting your hand. Okay? Okay, so that's your trick now. That can be a trick to be like, am I feeling hot air? Did you feel less or none?
I felt less.
Yeah, exactly. You didn't need to take that breath. Okay? Do it one more time. And now, adding one more thing expressive-wise to help you with your transfer of energy, because physics says we can't create or destroy it. We're just transferring energy. But who may abide? This is not an important word. This is not an important word. This is not an important syllable. But that.
Okay.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
That's annoying, isn't it? Like you're trying to read notes through all this. But that is what some of my scores look like. Because I don't want to be thinking about it. I just want to be reading it.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. Give it a shot. Take a nice breath in, and then she'll play 2 notes for you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Really phrase. There are syllables that matter. There are syllables that don't matter, especially in Handel. And we're gonna go on. That's amazing. And go outward. Remember. Make these really phrased. Go to them.
Amen.
That was amazing! Yeah, what was
I got
it?
nervous.
What's the
I got
exactly?
nervous.
What's the amen? That's what I was wondering. You're nervous, right?
I'm very nervous.
Did you surprise yourself?
I did.
I know! But hey, we're all in it together, and we were all surprised but incredibly excited about that sound that just came out of your face. Okay? So like that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. And that's why like that's why we sit in the practice room and like this aria scares the bejesus.
I'm scared too.
I know. You are not alone. This scare and like I hate to admit it, but I've already counted how many messiahs I have to sing next year because I'm worried about this piece. I have to do 8. 8 in December. Yeah, and I'm terrified. And when I do those 8 messiahs, I will think about you for every single one because it is scary. However, like you are in total control. There are a few things that I just gave you. Breathe early, right? Phrase, vibrato on every single note. Like Handel, of course, Handel and Bach, we can take this stuff out and change things, but we have to really give ourselves the exact opportunity to let our full voice out and go to them. Okay? Can we just do? I won't make you do the fast section again, unless you want to. But
I like the second fast section.
do you really? I can tell. I can absolutely tell. You are not alone. I was not alone with that either. But can we just do one more time? I now want to encourage you to the tempo to actually move a little bit. Let's say this conductor is actually hit. Okay? And but who may abide the day of his coming? And can you throw in an ornament that you've never done before? Coming. Try that. Okay? Try that.
Okay.
Now this is the play part. And I know we probably are out of time.
About 3 minutes. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, is it possible to play these parts? So just respect for like pretending to be an orchestra. It's a real stress. I understand that. I think there's better scores for you to work from. I think
Oh.
that anything that says Creative Common at the bottom, user beware, right? I have some options on my iPad for you, a few different editions, and my advice is to like look at all of them and then try them all and then decide what makes you happy. Because we need to be in a place where we're like, I want to play what's on the page instead of I want to run away from what's on the page.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Because in general, your singer is not gonna.
I don't know if this is more scary or not, but this is an actual part, like where there's notes to play. Sure.
Because we're already scared enough for all of us and for the whole audience.
I'm not sure
with
where
this
you're
aria.
starting those.
No, the second, yeah, exactly. I think. Oh, nice. That is a beautiful score.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, sorry.
Is that enough music to work from?
Yeah. Right. Yeah, right there. Right. Yeah, right there. Wow. Oh, it's in bass clef.
So different.
See, See, the bass takes this one. No, this.
Does it work? It does. Is this where you're starting now?
I can't tell.
Because the bass. I do.
It's-
See, I
yeah.
threw a wrench in things.
No, it's okay.
Oh, it's good.
What? Hold me up right there.
Okay. So I'll give you two measures.
Sure. Wait, where are we?
The same spot.
Yep.
The first part? Like first part?
Nope. Second.
Okay.
Same spot we were at.
Okay. Oh, so I just.
Your two.
Okay.
Yep. We're on every single note. Doing it all on the first try. We're gonna go. Keep going.
It sounds so different.
It does. Yeah.
But it's so much better. Let's just
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna keep going.
Okay.
I think the day.
Oh no, we're in a different spot. This is different. I think we're in a different spot. That's okay. That's okay.
Okay.
That's totally fine. What I really am impressed with is your ability to do that on the fly. So that means you do have a very strong career of Baroque music ahead of you. Do you like it?
I do.
You love it, don't you?
Yes.
I can tell you love it.
I just
Okay.
don't know how to do those ornaments.
The ornaments? What do you not know about them?
Like I don't know how to like do it.
Make them?
Yeah.
Do you know what I do? I have a friend who's really good at them, and I pay him. I literally say, hey, I literally say, will you give me 4 different options for this? Or I steal them.
Okay.
Who are you listening to?
I forgot his last name, but it's like Jakob.
Jakob Orlinsky or
Yes.
yeah.
I have
Exact-
heard you do it.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
really?
It was actually really good.
There's a recording out there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, that's amazing. Okay. Didn't know that was out there. So I'll get you some other names, but have you heard Reggie Mobley?
No.
You need to hear his ornaments on every single handle piece. They are unbelievable.
How do you spell it?
Reggie, Reggie, Mobley.
Okay.
And I'm fine when he takes all my jobs.
Okay.
It's incredible. But like honestly, the next thing with ornaments, if you're really I got out of playing saxophone because I was like, I can't improvise, I can't be a jazz musician. And then I get handed this stuff and I'm like, crap, this is the same thing, right? But like the biggest thing is to honestly get to the point where that melody is so stuck in your head that you just like decide to make something up. But it takes so much time.
Yeah.
I'm 40 and like I finally feel like I can write some ornaments. Okay? So until then I paid someone else to do it and I learned, oh, yeah, okay, if it's a 4th, I can usually do this thing on a 4th. Or if it's a 3rd, I'll just fill in that little note. And you're doing some great stuff and you can steal as much as you want. Just make it something that you love to do, right? And you already clearly love the whole skeleton of the piece, but like now you make it J's.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so like when I go sing, I'm like, okay, maybe I will take the basses aria this time, but yeah, I'm totally nervous about those 8 times, so I understand. But it's beautiful singing, I can tell you love it. I'm gonna find some other Baroque arias to like help you do some other stuff and like easy ornamentation, and I'll send a list.
Okay.
Does that sound great?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jay, thank you so much. It's so great. It's so good. Oh, that's awesome.
Okay. And the iPad.
That's awesome.
Hi there. Hi, I'm Stella Broussard, and I will be singing I Send My Heart Up to Thee from the Browning Songs by Amy Beach. I send my heart up to thee, all my heart in this my singing, for the stars
What's one thing you've been working on that went really well?
I feel like that wasn't my best time of it, but looking back,
I love the qualifier.
yeah. I think my connection between the registers, like when I have a leap,
Stella, yeah.
I think,
Yeah.
I think that was really successful, and then,
Totally.
yeah.
100%. I completely agree. Let's make it even more successful and more reliable by getting rid of every breath that has noise to it.
Yes, that was what I was gonna say. I was real noisy.
Yes, you were super, and like, so that's just, it's physics. And
Yup.
we hate to admit it, but like, it's super important. If we take a sound in, there's gonna be noise in the sound when it comes out.
Absolutely.
So when we're talking about, like, this is gonna be probably more technique than anybody really likes before noon on a Friday. What is it?
I'm ready.
But I really think that your instrument is amazing. It's incredible. What I feel like is those noisy breaths are getting a little bit in the way of proper closure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For sure.
So that we're not. Have you been? I mean, I have that issue right now because I've been sick and I was coughing a lot. So like, this is gonna happen, and this is why I address it, because it's gonna happen to every singer. Even if you're going to like Palm Sunday service and you maybe had too long of Easter service and you had too long at Easter vigil the night before. That's gonna happen no matter what. So vocally, this ways around it are really, really
For
important.
sure.
Yeah.
I feel like dry and phlegmy right now.
Absolutely. Yep. Woo!
Yay!
So what is your favorite part of the song?
When I get to sing the B flat.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And I think, how is that approached? Yeah. So we're starting pretty high. So high tessitura. We're talking like, this is in the best key in the world, D flat, and I love this key. So like D flat, we're sitting up here, and we're sitting up here. Where do you breathe? Thy face, my light, my joyous heart.
I usually kind of cut off that downbeat.
Okay, you don't breathe anywhere in here.
I try, no.
Okay.
So I kind of cut off that downbeat, and then I also cut that off, and that's,
Of course.
yeah.
But what's amazing?
Yeah.
The best news in the world right now, and anywhere all of the earth, is that is an E vowel. And when you sing on an E vowel, that is the most natural adduction of your vocal folds.
Right.
I mean, I know this is being recorded, so like a voice scientist is probably going to yell at me. But I am really, in my practice, I have to, when I come back from an illness or when I hear some extra breathiness in my sound, in my tone, I spend so much time on an E. Okay? And I had a teacher, my teacher, Emma Small. She was 86 when she passed away, and she was still going to those David Jones seminars that same spring. And so she taught, so I trust her immensely, and she taught me the vocal closure of ha, ha. Okay, that is when they're totally adducted, and we don't want to spend too much time doing that because it's like a cough almost, but that's when we can feel things are really close. So I just want, you're amazing for doing anything technical in front of other people. So I'll do it with, I mean, that's a lot of security, it's awesome. So, ha, ha, E. Yeah, but you even opened it a little bit, so ha, E.
Ha, E.
Yeah, it's gonna be an ubu sound, ugly but useful.
Okay.
Okay? Totally ugly but very, very useful.
Okay.
So, and now do it, if we do it, since you're a soprano, we'll do like, do C maybe? Ha, E. And it's gonna be an ugly sound to begin with, and it's gonna maybe feel weird. Take some time. Even that little bit of a record scratch. Yeah, so what we're doing is we're clearing the air. Everybody go, ha. Yeah, and so you're moving air and you're letting the vocal folds stop it.
Okay.
And not too violently. I want to be very clear that I don't want us to do this a lot, but it is a useful tool. Ha, E. Ha, E. Yes. Try it again and give yourself some time. So, if there's a little record scratch.
Okay.
Yes, it doesn't have to be loud at all.
Oh,
it will be louder because it's actually resonant. That means everything is touching in the way it should. And sometimes we veil this to make it breathy, right?
Right.
I'm not singing any louder.
No.
There is no speed change of air. There's no volume change of air. It's just literally, oh, I'm trying to get the word right. The outer folds that tissue.
Yeah.
So we're not, it's hard because like we can't coordinate this. It's like, it's very similar to the diaphragm being involuntary, right? It's really hard for us to coordinate this and we don't want to be thinking about this, especially on a high B flat. So that's why we're going to prepare it a little bit. So I just want you to sing. We're going to get rid of the, now that you know how to do it, like, I don't want to belabor it too much because it can tire the voice out quite a bit. So, but I do want you to sing this phrase.
Mm-hmm.
What I assume to you feels like piano
Okay.
on an E.
Okay.
Okay? Same notes, just on the E vowel. Okay? Have you ever done this before? Take a whole piece and sing it on E or on vowels?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, so this isn't totally new.
No.
But it's very telling. So can you just give us a D flat? And yeah, we love you, but just for right now. Just for right now. We'll add you in. But what you think is a piano, but a very clean, clear. The vocal singing is why am I saying that word so much? Singing is just air going through your vocal folds and they are slightly touching.
Got it.
I mean, like, it's just playing with resonance, and you have that huge range. So why work harder than we have to?
That's true.
Okay, just try it on an E.
Okay.
Is that still D flat? Whoops.
I'll do whatever you told me.
Sang 415 recently, clearly. Good, that's an I.
E, yeah. Oh, got it.
It's gonna feel weird, and like, depending upon what you do with your teacher, you can take it or leave it. I really try not to modify vowels.
Yeah.
A for clarity purposes, but then B for vibrato purposes because it has to be a real vowel. It can't be a fake vowel. It is a very valid vowel, but it's not E.
Right.
And you're still adducting outwards on an I.
Okay.
Okay?
Amazing.
Say me.
Me.
Yeah, me.
Me.
There. Speech like me.
Okay. Me.
Yeah, of course. And being a soprano, you're gonna do crazy things up there, but.
So start with me.
Yep. Now just on an E.
E.
Much better. Much better. Now go to an I.
E.
Now go to an E.
E.
Huge difference. I mean, like, it doesn't feel huge in our face, and even we can't really hear it that well. But is it a different vowel?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so just this whole thing on E, you don't have to re-articulate it. Is that right? Close. That's good. There's a little bit. Great. Any different?
Yeah.
Okay, now sing that all on an I, so you know what not to do.
Okay.
Still really beautiful. It's still extremely beautiful and valid. Now sing it on an E. It's migrating. It's already migrating.
Okay.
Because when we descend, mezzos are the worst for this. When we descend, we add extra, we change stuff. And it's like, we don't need to change anything.
No, it's right.
What? If you're sitting on a couch watching a Netflix show, do you all of a sudden just raise your arm? You do not. You stay in res. You stay in it. Like, let's not complicate things by moving the track or doing anything different. That's a completely different B flat than I heard. Yeah. And like neither B flat, I mean, that gave me goosebumps because like that's a B flat that can actually cut over an orchestra.
Yeah.
And that gives your collaborative duo so much more options as far as anything. What did it feel like?
I felt.
Did you hear it? I mean.
Yeah, I felt it hitting me back.
Did it feel like a lot of work?
No, that was a lot easier than what I was doing.
Yeah. Okay. So now the challenge is it's not on an E, right? So now it's the dirty work, and this is why we practice in a practice room, making sounds that nobody should hear in the wild. But that's why there are times where I've done it with this program because I'm coming back from like coughing, where I have to sing, okay, thy face. So we have an ah, E, so there's our anchor. Thy because that's a crazy amazing B flat. Like that's symphonic B flat. And that's you want to be able to do it all.
Absolutely.
In art, especially in an art song that is so orchestral.
Absolutely.
So let's just try it one more time.
Okay.
Can we try thy face?
Just really aware.
And then we have the light. There is a diphthong at the end with also an E. My diphthong, great.
Yeah.
Joyous heart to thee. Thank you, Amy B.
Yes.
We're setting you up for a nice open my heart. Okay? Just see what you can do. You take it out of tempo.
Okay.
We don't even need an tempo.
Okay.
Just try to stay on that edge.
Okay.
Using the E as a placement.
Okay.
It's a little much. Thy face.
Sorry.
Thy
Okay.
face.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, whatever it takes. I know a lot of people talk about higher placement. Sometimes what helps is I think you remind us all that one of the articulators that we seem to use the most is not an articulator, and that's the jaw. It does literally nothing except hold a lip on your face. So we don't involve it. What are the articulators? 3 of them. Tongue. Lips. Teeth. Yeah, but thank you for playing along, pianist. That was no, I love it. That's who you need as a collaborator right there. So lips, teeth, tongue, not the jaw. So
Got it.
thy does nothing. Thy face. Now get to an E on to thee. E. So that's the. Cool. That's another option. It's completely another option, and that's actually going to cut. And that because there's resonance, there's overtones. You heard it, right? Yeah. I mean, everybody heard it. Like it's like spine tingling. Beautiful. But it is a dedicated practice now to do this.
Absolutely.
And find that real E sound. What was most amazing was by the end, you did in this my singing was quite clear tone-wise because it's more speech-like.
Right.
And do you as a soprano do you sing in your chest voice?
I try to warm up in my chest voice.
Beautiful.
For sure,
That is
yeah.
exactly what you need because all we're talking about is sympathetic vibrations. Those vocal folds need to feel that they're able to move at all times just naturally. And so it's a little unnatural to be singing that high B flat, but we have to coax it along naturally with some chest voice and find that all of this works, but it comes down to the basic neutrality of a vowel, just like a natural vowel that we're used to singing. But it will be an experience for you to like take this whole song on E, find where you're actually the most clean. And this is what's hard, being a young singer, being a young female singer especially. There's a lot of shifting still going on.
Yeah.
When I did my graduate school auditions, I had a huge hole right here. I couldn't do any resonance on an A, and the Jim Dewing at the University of Madison said, "You have a hole in your voice," and I'm like, "I would like to fix that in grad school." Yes,
Right.
I would like to fix that. And so, like, it does take dedicated practice. The teachers are going to tell you what to do, but you're the one doing the work, and it's incredible what you've done so far. Like, you have a long span ahead of you, but now you're going to go through this piece, note by note, and find the real resonance spots. Okay?
Absolutely.
It's amazing, Stella. Good work. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's so exciting to hear great singing and playing from great people. Like, it's really, really incredible. So thanks for having Erica and me here today. This is wonderful. Any questions? We're open books.
I have
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, as I was going back down.
Yeah.
So I'm at the point in my life where like I finished my master's a year ago and now I'm navigating the career.
Yep.
How?
You want to get coffee? Yeah, we should get coffee. It's great. The career that's out there, really, my biggest advice to anyone is to go where people are telling you yes.
Absolutely.
I spent so many years trying to knock down an opera door. I finally went into ensemble singing and I art song singing, and I don't know how I navigated this career that well, but I just went where people were saying yes. And so including yourself, Like there was something about opera that really attracted me, and it was something that I knew was exciting and what my teachers were telling me to try to do. But I also had one teacher who said, when I started singing professionally in a choir, I had a teacher say, well, it's really taking away from your opera. And I was like, what opera? Like, I'm not going to, every week I was going to this choir.
Right.
And that was a community of people, that was relationships that were forming, that was people that wanted other people to do better.
Yeah, yes.
And that's where I found myself. And that just kind of opened up a whole bunch of doors. So my biggest advice is just to go where people say yes. If you don't get that audition, I didn't go to University of Madison, like, it's fine. I went to University of Iowa instead. And like, I went where people said yes to me.
Absolutely.
And it worked out somehow. And I go where people say yes.
Absolutely.
You want to collaborate? You want to do a recital, Erica? Yeah. Okay, great.
I'm just gonna also say Clara undersold that she builds things, right?
Yeah,
And I
we
think
build.
that that's part of the answer these days, is that you have to make your own opportunities, that there's not a lot of things just out there presented to you and that can just suck you up into the machine and there you have it. Like, it's really, maybe that's always been present, but it's really been clear to me in these last decades that the more that we build, the more opportunity we find.
We all do better when we all do better.
Were you always, like not always, but were you like classically trained from like a child or?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in the middle of rural North Dakota. So there were 20 kids in my class, and my mom was an elementary music teacher that was staying home with me and my brother. So we listened to a lot of Kenny G and Grover Washington. But she directed the church choir. And so I would sit next to my mom and I would try to sound like her in church. And I have a 7-year-old stepson now, and his school that he goes to, they do a lot of lower singing. So I see that the trend is actually that younger kids, I think, get taught in lower now, like more musical theater. So like, yeah, I grew up listening to The Sound of Music. I paraded around in a tutu and I thought I was Julie Andrews at like age 4. So my training didn't really start until 8th grade when she took me to an hour and a half away to her former high school choir director and said, I think she's interested in singing and saxophone. Can you teach her both? So I took both. But like my singing training was never really serious until I got to undergrad at North Dakota State.
Yeah,
but
that's why I asked, because that's pretty much how it is for me.
Yeah.
I started actually getting voice training when I came here, and I changed my major in 2024.
Yeah, what's amazing is that means you don't have any bad habits that you have to break. Right? I mean, like, and that's what I think. I think looking back at my undergrad, it was people really just shepherded how I was singing, and they didn't add anything to me. Basically, you want to be the natural singer, right? You just want to be who you want. You want to be Jay. You don't want to be a singer Jay. You want to be Jay, and I want to be Clara. So if you're not adding anything on, and you're really just being yourself in your singing voice, in your technique, it shows you the way. Good singing is good singing too. I've done a jazz album that's more like jazz art song where the pianist would improvise something and I had a melody to sing, but I could like respond to his rhythm or articulation. I love singing Duke Ellington tunes. I could do musical theater, the right role. I'm not gonna go belt out anything because that's not. I think the voice can, but like I really prefer singing in the classical realm. So does that answer your question a little bit? Yeah, but good singing is good singing, so try it all. Don't be afraid of it like I was for 25 years. Any other questions? These are great questions, so thank you guys. I'm really happy to get to know all of you and really hope you enjoy our performance tomorrow night. It's a lot of music that was new to us. Yeah?
Sorry, I know it's kind of out there, but how did you develop your breath support? I have a lot of trouble with mine, and I've heard your stuff before. I was wondering.
What's amazing is that we breathe all day, every day, and we don't even think about it. So if you can get to that point, a lot of times, like what I was talking about, a lot of times our bad habits are things that we've added to become a singer, or to become a louder singer, or like put any modifier in front of it. But like when you were 2 years old, you were making some of the most resonant sounds and not thinking about any breath support whatsoever. So if you get out of your own way you can start to feel and really understand how these processes work. So like it does matter that we know that the diaphragm we can't control. And it does matter that we understand our lungs are large, but really we're only using a quarter cup of air on the longest phrase. A quarter cup is nothing when it comes to volume. Like that's a really bad serving of pasta. I'll always want more than a quarter cup. So it's just, it's learning about the truth, about the realities of singing, but also the realities of what your instrument is and who you are. So there's no really special magical exercise, unfortunately, but just, I always tell myself, Clara, don't add to anything. Undo what you're doing, get out of your own way. And it's hard sometimes to do that physically, because sometimes I just, want to wear pajamas all day, and I don't want to think about the pair of pants that's tighter or stuff like that, right? But like, understanding that everything is in flux when the instrument is us. We don't get to try out a Steinway or a Yamaha, but I mean, we have to really feel who we are physically, emotionally, and all that stuff. Just as much as they do when they try out new instruments, feel things in their bodies and stuff like that. But breathing, they breathe with us. Find a collaborator that'll do it